It felt like déjà vu, but louder, glossier, and pinker than ever. When Kylie Jenner walked into her Kylie Cosmetics 10th anniversary party in Los Angeles, every camera in the room froze for a split second. The reason? That unmistakable shade of bubblegum pink hair. The same one that once ruled Instagram and defined an entire era of beauty. Under the hot pink lights of the venue, walls draped with her iconic 2016 selfies and old lip kit posters, it wasn't just a celebration of a brand, it was a resurrection. Fans called it the rebirth of King Kylie, a moment straight out of a time capsule where Snapchat filters and matte lips were still currency. Outside, phones lit up faster than paparazzi flashes. Within minutes, clips of her grand entrance flooded TikTok. Edits comparing 2016 Kylie versus 2025 Kylie exploded across the app. Some calling it evolution, others calling it revival. The hashtag #InKingKylieReturns trended worldwide. And for a moment, it felt like the internet had collectively stepped back in time. Only this time, the queen was in full control of her throne. It wasn't just the hair. It was the whole transformation. Kylie didn't simply wear pink that night. She embodied it. Her latex pink dress caught the light like liquid glass, hugging every curve with the kind of confidence only a decade of fame can teach. The bubblegum pink wig, soft, voluminous, cascading down in bombshell waves, looked like something out of her early Snapchat days, but elevated. Gone was the impulsive teen experimenting with color. This was the mogul version. Refined, intentional, unapologetically nostalgic. Her glam sealed the time travel effect. Sharp dark brows framed her face. A hot pink blush swept dramatically across her cheeks and up toward her temples. A smoky cat-eye flick gave that sultry edge fans remembered. And the lips, those legendary lips, were perfectly brown-lined and glazed in rosy pink gloss. Every detail whispered, "Remember this?" Yet somehow it didn't feel like a repeat. It felt like evolution. The King Kylie aesthetic was back. But this time, it came with the poise of a woman who built an empire and survived every headline that came with it. It was the teenage fantasy, all grown up, self-aware, and more powerful than ever. For fans, this wasn't just about a hairstyle. It was about coming home. The bubblegum pink, the bold brows, the unapologetic glam. It all triggered something deeper than nostalgia. It reminded people of a simpler time on the internet, when the 2010s beauty era ruled every feed. When contour palettes were treasure, when everyone lined their lips like Kylie, and when Snapchat stories felt like a glimpse into a celebrity's diary rather than a marketing campaign. The return of the King Kylie look made fans remember the girl who started it all from her bedroom mirror. No massive team, no corporate gloss, just a phone, a lip kit, and the kind of confidence that turned trends into movements. Back then, Kylie wasn't just selling products. She was teaching an entire generation how to define themselves. And somewhere between billionaire success and quiet rebranding, that version of her disappeared. But now, scrolling through comments under her latest post, the tone has shifted completely. The same fans who once said they were over it are now writing, "This feels like the real Kylie again." Others call it her healing era, a moment where she's reclaiming the part of herself fame almost erased. What was once seen as vanity is now being remembered as vision. And for the first time in years, the internet seems united on one thing. They missed this era. But if there's one thing Kylie Jenner knows better than anyone, it's that nostalgia sells, especially when it comes in pink packaging. The King Kylie comeback wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. The entire event doubled as the 10th anniversary celebration for Kylie Cosmetics, the empire that began with a single lip kit and turned into a billion-dollar brand. This time she wasn't just reliving her past, she was rebranding it. Inside the pop-up, shelves gleamed with re-released lip kits that looked straight out of 2016. Same matte finish, same minimalist font, even the same dripping lip logo that once defined beauty culture. Fans lined up for hours, not just to buy makeup, but to own a piece of history. It wasn't about innovation this time. It was about emotion. Kylie had tapped into something every marketer dreams of, the power of collective memory. Still, some fans couldn't help but wonder if there was more to it. The beauty landscape has changed since Kylie first dominated it. New names, from influencer-backed brands to indie disruptors, have taken over TikTok, pushing minimalist, clean girl aesthetics that couldn't be farther from her maximalist roots. So was this pink-haired reawakening her way of reclaiming her original throne? Maybe. Because while everyone else is going natural, Kylie just reminded the world that sometimes the boldest move is to be yourself, even if that self wears bubblegum pink and glittering latex. Just days before her pink-haired comeback, Kylie had already started dropping hints that the old her was stirring. Paparazzi caught her stepping out with Hailey Bieber, another beauty mogul who's built her empire on a completely different vibe. The two were photographed side by side, both effortlessly commanding attention, but for entirely opposite reasons. Hailey glowed in her signature clean girl minimalism, slick bun, glassy skin, subtle gloss. Kylie, meanwhile, turned heads with jet black hair that faded into teal at the ends, a deliberate throwback to her 2014 Billboard Music Awards look. It was a visual clash of eras, the rise of restraint versus the return of extravagance. And fans noticed. TikTok lit up with split-screen comparisons, captions reading, "Clean Girl versus King Kylie." Some users framed it as a friendly rivalry, two beauty titans embodying different generations of glam. Others called it marketing genius, speculating that the pair knew exactly what they were doing, feeding the algorithm with contrast. What's fascinating is how their dynamic has evolved. Once rumored to be competing in the same beauty space, Kylie and Hailey now seem to play off each other's brands like a coordinated duet, opposites that amplify each other's appeal. Hailey brings the calm, understated glow. Kylie brings the drama, color, and nostalgia. Together, they represent the full spectrum of modern beauty, and neither one is backing down. It's wild to think how far she's come, from a teenager experimenting with lip liners in her bedroom to a billionaire businesswoman redefining beauty standards. Kylie Jenner's evolution has mirrored the cultural shifts of an entire generation. In the 2010s, she ruled with the reign of contour, sharp cheekbones, heavy foundation, and lips that became their own global conversation. Then came the rise of minimalism, a world that demanded clean girl simplicity, where dewy skin replaced matte glam, and the gloss of perfection was traded for effortless authenticity. But now, Kylie has taken that pendulum swing and turned it into a full-circle statement. The color is back, the boldness is back, and so is the attitude that made her unforgettable in the first place. What's most fascinating is the irony. The very look critics once mocked for being too much is now the very style being celebrated again. Makeup artists are calling it retro-futuristic. Fans are calling it healing the 2016 in all of us. Kylie isn't just following a trend. She's rewriting her own legacy in real time. Each shade of pink, each sharp contour, feels like her way of saying, you can outgrow an era without erasing it. And in doing so, she's reminded the world that confidence, like color, never really goes out of style. The moment Kylie stepped into that party, the internet did what it always does. It exploded. Within minutes, her pink-haired photos were everywhere. X, formerly Twitter, turned into a digital time machine. Fans posting side-by-side shots of King Kylie 2016 and Queen Kylie 2025, complete with captions like, "She never lost it." TikTok creators rushed to recreate her glam, from the brown lip liner to the blinding pink blush. And the King Kylie challenge started trending before the night was even over. Edits rolled in, slow-motion videos of her entrance set to nostalgic 2010s pop tracks, and Instagram was a carousel of reposts, fan art, and brand shoutouts. But as always, the internet was split. Some praised her fearlessness, saying Kylie had brought color back to a beige world. Others weren't as forgiving. Comments like, "She's just clinging to the past," and "This feels like a PR throwback stunt," flooded threads, sparking heated debates across every platform. And that's the secret to her staying power. She doesn't need everyone to agree. She just needs everyone to talk. Whether it's admiration or critique, the conversation itself is the win. Every meme, every TikTok transformation, every think piece about what King Kylie means in 2025 proves one thing. She's still the heartbeat of online beauty culture. Love her or not, Kylie Jenner remains exactly where she's always wanted to be, in the center of the internet's attention. In the end, this comeback isn't just about hair color or makeup, it's about narrative control. Kylie Jenner has always been more than a trendsetter. She's been the trend itself. Every reinvention, every shift in style or tone has been a masterclass in understanding timing, knowing exactly when the world is ready to look back and when it's craving something new. The pink wig, the latex dress, the throwback lip kits. They aren't random choices. They're symbols. They remind everyone that even when the noise dies down, Kylie can turn a memory into a movement whenever she wants. And maybe that's the real story here. Maybe King Kylie never truly left. She just evolved. The girl who once lip-lined her way into pop culture history has grown into a woman who knows how to command it. What started as nostalgia now feels like reclamation, a fusion of past and present, innocence and power. As the night faded and the pink lights dimmed, one thing was clear. Kylie Jenner isn't chasing her old crown. She's forging a new one, built from everything she's learned, lost and loved along the way. And if this is just the beginning of her next era, then maybe the best version of Kylie isn't the one we remember, but the one she's still becoming.